Who is Lucian Weber? Luke Weber was an operative within Sigma. His job was to go out and seek receivers to investigate the receiver phenomena. He was also involved in anything to do with UFOs, and that's particular sightings and technology, abductions, all of that. This is what he did. He went out and investigated this. He interviewed thousands and thousands of people, and this was what his job was. What's interesting to note is that he was the very last person to interview Helen Pincus when she was alive, and she passed away shortly after he interviewed her. What happened after that was Weber began to have these dreams, very lucid dreams or visions, whatever you want to call them, that he couldn't understand. They were of all sorts of mathematical equations, all sorts of like schematics of items, of devices and whatnot that he didn't understand. And what ended up happening was he basically brought to light from his own mind the entire idea of the microchip, the digital revolution, artificial intelligence. All of this stuff came out of him in the early 70s. Now, he had no background in this whatsoever. So what they at Sigma believed is that he was what they called resonating. In other words, he'd been around Helen Pincus, he'd been around these people, investigating all this stuff, and suddenly it started to be coming out in him, coming out of his head. He is now considered to be the second American receiver. That after Helen Pincus died, he was the one that, if we can say it, the mantle was passed on to. What's interesting to note is that receivers are extremely rare. We do know that Russia has one. We also know that China, fascinating enough, has two. And they are fraternal twins, which has always led me to believe that this is something about a hardwiring in the brain that comes along one in every billion or 2 billion people. And that's why it's such a rarity to find. If it's possible that a receiver could be remade or built out of an existing human being, perhaps Weber is that one, because it's the odds that Helen Pincus is a receiver and then Weber, after being exposed to her and to all this other information, becomes one. That just seems astronomical odds on that. That maybe there is a way that they can be created. I don't know. So please keep searching and stay true.